Episode 36. Cinis can't grow without support. Last episode we ended up going through and fixing a lot of our trade routes and everything like that. Actually, let's hop over there. We fixed a few of our trade routes that were going to Cinis. Come on, give me my mouse. And we got things optimized for that, so that's good. There's a few more things that need to be done. We also went through and city planned out what may or may not be our last section here. The problem is our population, we'll call it right now at 34,000. I'll write it down so I don't forget. Is fluctuating because the supplies that we have coming in. Things like the cheese, which gives us 2 population per house, which is a lot. And then some of the things we got fixed, like the M4A, we got that fixed. Statuettes we got fixed. I believe jewelry was the other thing we were waiting on. So yeah, we got some of these things fixed that were supporting our population overall. But the cheese seems to be a big one, and that comes from Latium. So we can't really mess with that right now unless we go over there and do that. That's not something we can mess with here. Then I would like to do cloaks, but I don't think we have all the raw materials we need in Albion. But we can't even look at that because we haven't unlocked that yet. Coming over here, we can't even make the cloaks because we have not gotten to the tier 3 citizens here, and we haven't gotten to those because we never gave them bread or sausage, or gave them olive oil, M4A, or statuettes, all which have to be imported. None of those raw materials are over here. And since we can't do that, we can't finish dredging out the swamp here so we can grow our population. So we just kind of been pushing it off to the side. So I think what I would like to do is, one, we need to get more cheese coming from this island going to Cinis so we can keep our population balanced. But we got this whole other island over here, Mistletown, that we haven't utilized for really anything. So it has plenty of swampland and plenty of population and room for more population. So we might actually focus on building up both these islands to support Cinis, and to, whenever we end up going to war here with Nerf, because he's got a big old fleet here as well, being able to support this. We only have 15 ships over here. He's probably got double that, and they're all just sitting here stacked, so I'm not sure what the heck we're going to do because we won't be able to pick them off with that. Not to mention, look at this, he's got more up here. Yeah, I feel like this is probably half his fleet. We'd have to just take Latium and then come over here with all the ships before we could even mess with that. So yeah, a few things that I want to get worked on. That way, when we do go through and build up that last area of Cinis, we are just good to go. We can just start building and not have to worry about any of those lower level or these higher level items coming in here. So some of the supply chains that I needed to work on was it the marble going to Cinis? Right now we're sending a ton of the uncut marble to Tiana, and that's not needed. 1, it's maxed out, and 2, they're not using it. So we're going to stop that, and we're going to add the uncut marble to supplement what we're sending, what we're making in Cinis up there, because we are going to eventually have to do all marble roads up there, and it's not keeping up with the amount of shrines that we're making over there. One of the other things is we are starting to run low on oysters, which also come from this island. We're sending over only 50 at a time. As you can see, we're getting the red arrow up there on Cinis, so we're going to go ahead and throw another 50 per pass on that. So we'll keep up with our caviar making up there, so that'll help. And then one of the other things I looked around and found out, our soap islands are running low on charcoal, which means they're not making as much soap as they could be. This island's going to be a little bit more difficult to figure out, because I would prefer to use the mines, so we don't really have the population either right now, so we're gonna cut that off Nope, we want a road. We're going to try to sneak a road up here along the edge to our mine. Not sure that that's going to count. So it's... That will reach. Now we just got to put the lavender back in place. Yeah, we got plenty of room for that. Now we are down people now. Easy way to fix that is just we'll throw a shrine. Find a shrine somewhere where we can get... I don't even need to hit a bunch of people. Don't really want to put it in front of our walls here, but we will for now just to get us in the green there. And not have to actually change anything. So that'll give us the bit we need there. This island has enough people, and I don't have to do anything except throw a road down, get them some more coal. Also operating in the green now. Yeah, we'll overlap that festival. Another thing we can easily do to get the population up here on Cinis going is I did not do any shrines with my whole population, or with my city planning. So we only have 2 more shrines we could put down. So rather than uproot a bunch of that stuff, I'm going to throw a couple shrines up here where they're going to get good coverage. Or, well, the best coverage we can, considering there's not really that much room up here. Because we are going to save this spot for our villa. And you know what? We might put this a little bit lower, where there's not going to be any overlap. So as we build up right there, we'll get those population buffs. There's just, until we get higher on our religion, there's just not anywhere to put them down here, and I don't feel like picking up buildings and moving them for the sake of it right now. So okay, and that'll be those. So now we are good to move over to Albion. One of the things I wanted to look at over here was how much soap and brooches. Those are the big ticket items. We're running low on. All right, we'll have to keep an eye on the wine. Grapes are low too. Tunics are low. All right. Well, these are the things. Yeah, there's a lot of red arrows. A lot of red arrows that we're gonna have to address before we. So like, there's our cheese. We're completely out of cheese. Brooches are still doing good, but they are starting to trend down, and that's why we need to go to Albion. We'll get those things built up. We are going to need some more trade ships, but we're out of sales. We're going to go ahead and give this guy a job right now. Going from Cinis to Old Skeleton, our main island over there, they need bread or olive oil. Bread we're pretty good on. Olives, I know we have a ton of extra on that. We're just going to go throw 50 on there. It doesn't have a huge population. We'll see how that plays out, how long that lasts. Yeah, we need that. We need that olive oil there so we can get that going. We need that dude there so we can unlock the tier 3 bubbas over here on our main island. We also have some quests over here. I don't like the little icon sitting on the screen, so we'll just do that. It may or may not be one of the ones where we have all the stuff already, so we don't need to worry about it. We don't have much wiggle room on this island as far as population goes, so we're going to do the easy thing that we just did over on Cinis, and we're going to throw down some shrines. I have not used a lot of shrines here, so we have plenty of room. Yeah, we can throw down 8 of these bad boys. That's a good central spot right there. Where did I... Okay, there it goes. Oh, no. No. Well, we're going to take you out from where... There we go, that'll work. And we were low on health, so that's why I picked this shrine here, so we can get the health buff from these as well. So that right there definitely gave us a lot more wiggle room in building some stuff here. Oh, Scorpion Clinch Land. Workforce needed plus 100. Bread consumption up 20%. Man, can we just give them? We don't have enough free bread there. We'll see how that plays out. That's going to double what they need, but most of our islands have extra people. Yep, I don't know what you asked for, but we have it. So, have fun. So we have the olive oil coming over. So that'll give us this line down here, and then we either need to give them bread or sausage. Looking at their needs, bread's only going to call for 1 ton. Then sausage would also need 1 ton. So we'll look at the build map for each one of those. See the so sausage, we're going to have to start importing herbs, which we don't have here. But we have it on the other islands, and then do pigs. And then we're going to have to use charcoal. So I feel like these are all 1-for-1s right here. Do we have charcoal on this island? I don't even know. It's been so long since I've been over here. Yeah, we are making charcoal. So I think we're just going to find a little place to put a farm. And we're just going to do this. So I like to just throw them all in here together. And this is what? Fire safety down, income up. We'll throw that over there. And then now we can go through and build up our wheat. Sticking to the outskirts of not trying to take up too much of the space over there that goes around our wood cutter. Not the prettiest, but trying to save the space. They're still well within what they need to keep wood coming up over here. Plus we're stocked up on that. Alright, we're good on population. The only thing we need to make sure is that we're making enough charcoal. So we are going to actually be down on charcoal. There's no reason for us to have that right here. So we're going to go ahead and crush this. I think I built that just because I needed to unlock something. So we'll throw in a coal mine. Yep, that'll give us that. That sucks. Area effect around those. Alright, we got people. So cheese. We're already sending cheese from here, but we're just not sending that much. The cheese comes from the ox, which we're also using for horns. But we're stacked on ox. There's just so many of them. They're maxed out. And so we're going to go ahead and just add a bunch more of the old cheesemaker people. And we'll burn through some of that old stock of the oxen dudes. And when it starts getting low, we will build more of those oxen to go with those. We are wasting some space here. Can I get 1, 2, 3, 4? We're wasting some space here. No. Alright, we might have to leave these first few where they're at. So I did realize that these actually give happiness, so I do have some of them actually spread around in the area. Oh, just one of them. That'll be a problem for another day. When we have space to start growing, that's when we'll worry about that. So we're going to add 3 more of those. Check our scale real quick. Yeah. We'll see how that goes as far as getting more cheese made, and then whenever the ox start to actually go down, then we'll worry about that. So we got them going those. We put in our shrines. We got bread coming. We're building the ships. Oh, what is this? Oh, quest. What does she want? I don't even know. I just clicked on her. Oh, we need beer, roast beef, and sausages. So we're not making beer yet, but that is definitely something I would like to use. I don't even know if we're going to build up much more population now that we have the shrines doing what we need to, but I would like to continue this down to whatever it needs to be. And I would like to start making beer. Lots and lots of beer. So, but for that to happen, we need to get this unlocked. And then we gotta come all the way down here and do the beer. We're gonna actually throw this beer as our priority. Research now. There it goes. And in 15 minutes, we'll have that need pop up in Latium, and we'll be able to see exactly how much we need to be sending over there. It'll probably be an entire ship's worth. It takes a ton of beer to maintain those big islands. Like, it should be this entire island's job, but it's busy doing a lot of other things too, so we'll see how that goes. Kind of curious about our brooches. We got tons of silver, not so much silver ingots. And then our brooches, that's probably just because it just took them all. Oh, so we are overproducing on the silver. So we do have growth for making the silver bars and the brooches without having to break open another mine, which is good because I'm not sure we have. What do you mean? Oh, okay, silver, coal, yeah. So we have one more mine, and of course it's blocked by that, so that's good. Yeah, we only have one more mine if we have to start making more brooches. Alright. So old girl is not going to get this because we are not making roast beef anywhere. Are we? Definitely don't think I'm making roast beef over here. No. I don't even know if I have the ability. Saltwort. Not on this island or this island, so we're definitely not completing that one anytime soon. So yeah, we're not completing either one of those. What do you want?
I've been thinking, if we had some ships of our own, maybe we could stand up to the
Oh, combat ready ships. I think I could help you with that. I got a few of those guys sitting around. If this tells you anything, this is how long it's been since I've been over here. These are like the beginning level quest from these guys. So I just have not been paying attention to them at all. Alright, we're gonna just start another road coming up here. I can't get too close because I don't want to mess up with the... Yeah, right, that. There we go. So we're just going to stick another long road out there. Throw a warehouse out here in the middle. Might have to move these around. And we're also going to get that ship we just built. They are also going to start making cheese here. One, because I'm sending cheese over here and I don't really need to. Not where that was supposed to go at all. Alright, now for cheese, this is 1 minute. These are 2 minutes, so for every oxen... Can I bring you over that far? Yeah, I can. So we built 2 of those, so we should be able to put in 4 of these guys. I'm going to see if I could sneak them into these spots in between here.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Oh, we're going to need more people. How big of a spot are you going to take? 3? Like it was meant to be. Alright. And we're going to have to upgrade, making sure we stay on the Celt side. We'll see if that's enough. And we'll go ahead and do 1 more block. Alright, so now they are making their own cheese. They are good. So we will stop sending over this cheese, which has been an issue from the get-go. And they are bringing over horns. They're only bringing over 1 at a time, but it still seems to be an issue. I'd like to get... Whoa, somehow we got paused. Okay. You know what? Hold on. Bring this ship back. We're going to manually move some goods real quick because I'm sick of that error popping up for that one. They're making their own cheese, so they don't need any of that. And they are maxed out on horns. So let's... And what is the other one? Horns. We're going to get some of this out of their inventory. There, now it's maxed out. Send you over yonder to drop this off. One of the other things... Oh, yeah, it's just Voada. One of the other things we can do to alleviate the fact that they are maxed out is we'll build another one of these guys. And we are being attacked. Oh no, they're being sick. That's such a crappy... I put this here just solely for them. What if I put y'all here? Yeah, you'll hit both, kind of. Oh, great. Sickness is spreading. Fun. And same thing over here. Can we move a couple of these houses? Move a house from each side. You see health is pretty low here. So we'll throw in statue for health and population on each one of these. Give us the people we need and boost their health slightly, which isn't helping because they're all sick and dying. Upgrade that. When our new ship gets done, we'll start running cheese directly from here to Cinis as kind of a supplement. It's really not that much. It's only 4 cheese makers, but any bit will help. And we can't do that. Oh, Manx. Manx wants us to attack him.
Good on you.
Sure.
And good luck.
This is going to be a slaughter. We're just going to click through this real quick.
Under attack.
Oh no, yeah. Alright, there you go.
Nice work. Those were our least confident sailors. Next up, we've got some people who've seen a boat before.
Strength in numbers. That's my goal right there.
I should probably note how you hold the reins.
We're clicking through faster than he
Didn't
can.
quite go as well as I hoped.
Yep, they're all gone too.
Can I ask, what do you think we could be doing better?
Yeah, he's still catching up. We've already gone through all these props.
I worry Voada has us beat in that department.
No, she has 0 ships now. Alright.
A ship is under attack.
Yeah, I found out the hard way when I first did this. I only came over with 1 ship, and it got smoked pretty quick.
You know, I really thought we might at least win. If we can't even win a mock battle, what hope do we have against the Bane of Albion? Still, wasn't
Alright.
so bad. I managed to learn a thing or two from you, even if I'm not likely
Oh,
to.
50,000. Not the
soon.
worst way to spend a minute of my time. I'll throw you guys up here. Alright, what are you? Okay. This ship has finally gotten here. It can make its way in there. So they're stacked on horns as well. Alright, everything's full. We fixed the trade routes. They got a little less, so this ship should be running just fine now. What we need is, are we getting our bread yet? We are getting our bread. It's coming in. But our olive oil has not arrived yet. We're going to pop out to Ocean View. Cheese. Well, if it's not there, then it definitely should be in Albion somewhere. Was it you? There we go. Alright, we should be able to upgrade these guys here in just a minute. Man, I'm going to be real upset if we're not making enough bread and we got to fit another farm in somewhere. Where's our bread? Oh, cheese is definitely spiking up, and it's just now starting to affect the cows. Ox, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we got wheat. Alright, we're starting to get a little bit of an inventory. So it might take a moment. Got a beachhead over here. It might be worth building a trading pier off this end. That'll also give us at least a gatehouse on this side, on this beachfront. So that's a little bit more defense, which is more than we got over here, which is just towers that I wanted to build but never did. But we have population now, so why don't we? No towers over here, but at least we got something. It's always our goal that our fleet would keep us alive over here, but now with the size of his, I'm not sure that's a thing. Alright, so brooches are good. We're still doing alright on brooches, and we got room to grow. Debating if we're just going to go ahead and do that now. Can you guys upgrade? Alright, bread is there. Hey, we can upgrade now. Alright. We can start making our own concrete here. Cool. Now we can actually make the bird tongue. The stuff we've been waiting on in Cinis for, I couldn't even tell you how many episodes. We are about to be able to do beer. Cool, cool. And then the sluice gates. That's 31 minutes. That sucks. Reorder. Alright. That was... No! Beer was just a moment away. Piece of crap. Oh no, did it finish? Oh, okay, it did. Alright, so now we're going to be able to do our sluices here in 30 minutes, which will double speed, will give us a few minutes this episode. Let's see, now that we're on Cinis, if it will give us a ballpark of how much beer we need. If it's something stupid, we might not even bother. 19. The demand is 19. I can tell you right now, that island of Skellington is not going to make enough beer for us. We are going to have to find another island, preferably one of his, because he will be the first one we go to war with. Right here. This will be our beer island. Cow and her calf, 2. This will be one of the first islands that we take when we do go to war with him, for the sole purpose of making it into a beer island. This one might be enough to give us 19 tons. Might be. And then this will be the second most important one, which sucks because it is heavily defended.
A fire has started in your city.
Because we need that copper. I want to make cloaks, and we need copper to make cloaks. We don't even have it unlocked. None of our islands are even big enough for any of that. You know, depending on how it goes with the sluices, we might be able to squeeze in enough farms here, but I'm not really sure. Let's... Yeah, I don't even want to start planning any of that out, because until we could see where everything's going to be, I don't want to be putting in too many roads. We would need a warehouse. Of course, that doesn't fit there. What? Blocked by what? Alright, so how big are these farms? 180 tiles. What's that look like in this space? If we left this area here for population growth and then started the beer here. Yeah, see, the problem is coal. We're already using most of our coal is going to... Yeah, we're not going to be able to do beer here. That's just not going to be a thing. Because we're not going to be able to do enough coal from the mines or from trees for the amount that we're going to need for the beer. Coal mine is... Yeah, so I think we might have to abandon the beer plan until we get another island. Oh, Master of Games is planning an upcoming gladiatorial event, an amphitheater Cinis. Alright, if we give him bread, happiness, and prestige, we give him money, we get happiness, health, and prestige. 100,000. We're sitting at $2 million, that's fine. Gladiatorial, why does it sound so weird? Alright, so that sucks. We're going to go ahead and just call that. We're going to throw in another silver and another brooch. We're going to check our... So we're still good on the coal. Alright, so we're just going to up the brooches to max capacity. What do you guys use? Make sure that that is indeed good. That's going to use all the coal. We're making 6 tons. We're using 6 tons. 5. Still, that increases that. We'll upgrade you just because how much crap we put over here. And we're going to check on our cows and cheese. Oh, we just stole the cheese. Let's see if we can find that ship and see how much cheese it actually had this time. See, like, look at that. We were getting just under 100, and now we're getting just over 200. So we've almost doubled it, but we should make sure, because I know I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna forget. We're gonna throw another ox in place. What does he use? Waiters. Okay, we got plenty of those. Dang. Check the balance, check the balance. Alright, and we'll do one more cheese. One more cheese head.
Don't touch my
Are you
hammer,
still
all right?
reaching? No. Yeah, I knew eventually we were going to get too far away from that. Could probably put another warehouse up here if we do end up needing to do more. Alright. Making 6 tons, making 5 tons. I thought that one would be enough. I'm greedy, so we're going to keep doing it. We have the population, we got the supplies. Alright, we are still a little ahead. Alright, we're at that crappy spot between the two. But either way, that's a lot more cheese being made there, so that's good. What do you want now? He's going to want me to take his thing and deliver soap, and I'm not about that life right now. Alright, the cheese over here is doing really well too. Okay. We might just have made just a tad bit too much. But we still have like 15,000 people to add, so yeah. Because we've already lost 1,000 people here. We're down to 32.5. That's almost 2,000 people we're down.
I need to get with the program.
And a big chunk of that is the cheese. That wine I noticed was going down. So we need to look at the wine. We already got the cheese addressed. Wine, togas, tablets, and amphorite. Jesus. Alright. A little bit of everything going downhill for us right now. Kinda sucks. Alright, so we'll go with the easy one. What is our wine situation? Olive oil. Oh, see, we're maxed out on olive oil too. That's going to become an issue. So we're just going to start at the top of the list, work our way down. Olives coming in is down, but olive oil is still up. We're not getting enough grapes. That's just plain what it is. Not enough grapes, plenty of honey. So who's giving us our grapes? You're sending some, and oh, okay, this ship's full. So they have max capacity. But for some genius reason, you know what, we're just bring them all. Bring them all. I don't know why I was only bringing over 50 at a time. Theirs is starting to go down. We're only giving them 14 at a time. That's probably why I didn't have them take them all, because I needed them to be able to share with Tatiana. Okay. will only take... So yeah. Nah, we're still going to take 200. We're going to add 150 per trip. Tiziano will have to figure out what it's going to do on its own. Because they can't make it as well. Alright. So we will wait and see if we get more grapes coming. I think if we had grapes, we have enough wineries. The potential is for 10. And that is what the need is. So no, we do not have enough wineries. What is this going to give us? Income? Man, these things are huge, and there's just not any space up here. Don't want to take it. I don't want to move these houses. I don't really care about the income. Actually, I do. We're starting to lose money fast. Build that warehouse so when that's there. Alright.
Done.
Yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to go into just a building frenzy like we've been doing, because like everything's maxed out. And we're not going to have any room to move anybody after this, so we're going to end up building a whole nother village somewhere just for overflow of everything, which is going to end up being this island, because that's what it's going to take. All right, so the gator's closest to the boat. Wait, no. Without the grapes. So we will be making 12 if we had grapes. The next thing was togas. We're only one down on the togas, but we're being limited by the flax and the cloth. We're still bringing in plenty of purple drink, I think. We're still bringing in plenty of purple drink. Yeah, it's a little low, but not too hateful. So when we built some more cloth. All right, that's why we left these areas out here. Was for growth of some of these other goods that we knew we were going to inevitably have to use these areas. So I think this one over here is just going to become our flax location. Not what was supposed to happen. We're just going to go ahead and get ahead of it too. We're going to build a bunch of flax.
A ship is under attack.
Oh, Vawada's still trying to get out of there. Do we want to put in a fourth one now? Yeah, not trying to build for what we need right now. We need to get ahead. We're going to leave a spot up against the road. So that's 4 more of those. So I think we could probably fit at least, well, maybe only 2. If I'd have done a better job with this. Can we fit a 3rd one on the other angle? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Didn't completely fill it up, but let's see what we're getting now with our flax and our cloth. Might even have a little bit more room for growth. So yeah, we got tons more flax coming in. I knew that was going to be the case, but now the cloth is going up.
Bay City is unhealthy. Ideal conditions.
Oh, Cinis is unhealthy again. Who would have thunk it? Oh, we're putting you guys in the cities now, aren't we? Okay. This is going to give us an income boost. We don't have anybody here yet, but whatever. We only need 1 at the moment. So we'll put 1 to be planned to build, whether I realize it or not later. Alright. That will put us in the green, but not by much. I think I might just... Was it you? Did I build a warehouse anywhere over here on this side? Yeah. Same thing. We're just going to go ahead and get those both up and running. Fix our toga issue. Alright. Wine is flowing. Flax and cloth are going, which means we're making plenty of these. We'll figure out what happens with the purple drink whenever we get to that bridge. Tablets. Tablets are down. We want to see if it is a end item problem or, so yeah, we're out of wood almost. And that is a shared product with the honey coming in, which we got plenty of that. So let's figure out where our wood is. That's not the root cause, but that is an issue. You do not have much wood left. I feel like, how much wood is this ship bringing over each time? Do we have more room for... we got some room. Not gonna lie, I don't even know how big these farms are, so I don't even know if I put these in a good spot. Well, we're gonna butt them up against right here. What does that road go to? Alright, we're gonna see if I can do some weird stuff here and work our way around our honey farm. Ten tiles short. Are you still good? Oh yeah, they still got plenty of tiles. Alright, so we added 3 more. How much are you grabbing each route? 50. Alright, we do have that second ship, because there's also... Wrong button. Where's the grapes? Also coming from you, we do have some open slots here. So we will bring over some more wood. drop that off. I don't know if that's enough wood. We're going to do one more. Because we had 4, we're going to double it. And we're going to hope that this is enough room because there's nowhere else to wiggle more into. Yeah, my OCD doesn't like that that's not. Yeah, at least that looks like it's on the edge right there. Alright. We doubled the amount of wood we're making. We added another trail, so we got our more of it coming over. I'm wondering now if we're going to need more honey. I think we're good on honey. Because it's not even dropping off everything. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop off 2 more of these. Man, it really sucks that I already went through and did all that. Because... Alright. So 4 tablets. How are we not... We need another cloth. That's fine. I didn't even realize that half those buildings turned sideways. Okay. Alright, so now we got tablets are good. We got togas are good. We'll worry about the ones that are close. Man, I know I just added a cloth maker. That's fine. And tablets are going to be really close, actually, with those 2 when they're up and running. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more we're going to have to rebuild this area into an area where we could just have some overflow. There's just not enough room, and I did not add any of these buildings where they could have been put earlier. No! We indeed are going to need some of that crap there. Oh, great. Just in time for an earthquake. Volcanoes. Alright.
He may yet begin to wake.
So, we are going to be in the green, but yeah, the new area is going to need some more of that. We're importing gold. Alright, let's see how these guys are doing now. We are back up to 34,300. So about where we were when we started the episode. Wine is back up now. Cheese is fixed. Brooches are good. Togas are good. Jewelry's good. The tablets are catching up, and I thought Ammophore was an issue. Yep. Garum is not stacked like it used to be. The Ammophore is low. Okay. Even with that extra wine, or those extra grapes, we're still struggling. Do any of our new islands have grapes? This one right here, we're at 55 minutes. I don't have time to go through and do a whole grapery. Is this island even being used? No, why would it be used? There's nothing there. We have the population. We're just going to go ahead and use what we have. And then... there's no concrete. I lied. We're not going to use what we have. Did we at least build a gopher ship yet? Alright. We'll get the stuff there. We'll write notes. In tomorrow's episode, we are going to address the massive shortfall. And that'll give another island something to be useful for. We could also get some oysters from here if need be. And we could also get resin if we need more resin for ammophore. We're not making... We got plenty of resin. Do we got the clay? We're running low on clay here. I don't think we have any more river slots. So we might just have to have another island for ammophore. But there's no river slots for clay. No river slots for you. Some of these islands sometimes have one or two, but apparently not here. Well, they're not using theirs. They don't have anything else of use. So we might have to start sending basic materials to other islands. Because what are you guys using all yours for? Clay. Clay. Gold. Yeah, that's kind of important too. Clay and gold. That's literally all I'm using this for. And we're stealing all the gold and sending that to Cinis. And they're actually going down on gold, so that's not even really an option there either. Alright, let's get some building materials over there. We'll worry about what they're going to actually do with all of it. Because this small island, but there we could use this for sturgeon, because I don't think we have any more room for sturgeon over here. Yeah, we're going to have to start doing some really weird, wonky trade routes for some stuff that you normally wouldn't trade. This is the exact same island. They're already doing a bunch, and they have population. We could probably get some sturgeon from here and start sending that up there. So we could put clay here to send here to make ammophore for here. Yeah, this isn't going to get convoluted at all. Yep, this is what happens when you put it on a harder difficulty and you want to and get that 50,000. If we'd have left it on easy, it would have been done a long time ago. Alright, so Acolytes reverently escorts to see Eris Morn. Twitching. She hopes you will send out prospectors to locate a new obsidian deposit in caves formed by the latest tremor. However, this is dangerous work. You won't be able to exploit their findings until after it erupts. Oh. So we get obsidian and we get... Okay. It's got a higher chance. It costs 400,000. 125,000. Alright. If it works, we get obsidian and gold. That's always fun. If it fails for 2 hours, 3% workforce goes down on 2 and 3, and everybody's unhappy. Okay, roll the dice. And then we'll keep fighting you, because who cares? Alright, I don't know when we find out, but hopefully that works out. Nope. We did not do it. Everybody's unhappy, and we have less people. Crap. They didn't even tell us we sucked. It just happened. And our happiness is dropping. Great. Alright, so that is our hour today. I appreciate you guys dropping in and watching. Everything's shaking. We fixed a lot of stuff over in Albion as far as supply routes coming for brooches and cheese. So hopefully we won't have any issues with that as we continue to build up this final section here. We were handling some trade route and supply issues that we had on our higher end items. I think we got most of those most of those kinked out. One last thing we'll have to do. I'm not sure if we're going to do a population boom right now, to be honest. I'm not sure when this volcano is about to erupt, but it seems like it'll be soon. And the last thing I need to do is not be producing enough food or anything and then hit a volcano and it drops by, even we lose it even faster. What I would actually like to do is some of these goods that we're already maxed out on. I had an idea of building a couple trade ships, loading them full of like sardines and the porridge and that low level stuff that we run out of fast, and then be able to throw that back into the supply while during that hour. So that way we don't actually lose the population and it doesn't get as crazy towards the end of the hour that we normally get during the volcanic winter. So, but I think we're kind of at a standstill as far as growing until after this next volcano erupts, which will be cool because we'll also get the 10% bonus for all of our farms that you get from the volcanic soil. So we would get a lot of pluses, which means we wouldn't have to grow things as much. We haven't built much in the way of farms or anything because we've been living off of the increased productivity we get from the eruptions. So maybe we'll just find some other things to work on until this thing blows its top again. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next